Hello, Manchester United fans. Welcome back to another Manchester United update. And today, we need to talk about one thing that has become impossible to ignore. Manchester United need a new left back. Not next month. Not at the end of the window. Now. Because after losing 4 goals against AC Milan, the warning signs are clear. This was only a preseason match. Yes. But preseason is supposed to show you what needs fixing before the real season starts. And Manchester United just received a very loud warning. The left side of the defense is still vulnerable. The balance is not right. The protection is not good enough. And if United go into the new season without strengthening that area, it could become a serious problem. Manchester United lost 4 goals against Milan. And the concern is not only the number of goals. It is the way the team looked defensively. Too much space. Too many situations where Milan could attack with confidence. Too many moments where United looked uncomfortable when the ball went into wide areas. This is exactly why the left-back position has become urgent. Luke Shaw still has quality. Nobody is denying that. He is experienced. He understands the Premier League. He can help in possession. And when he is fully fit, he can still play at a high level. But can Manchester United rely on Luke Shaw to play every important game across an entire season? Premier League. Champions League. Domestic Cups. 3 games in 1 week. Then another 3 games. That is the question. And right now, the answer is not convincing enough. Manchester United cannot build an entire season around hoping one player stays fit. That is too risky. Then we have Patrick Dorgu. Dorgu has qualities. He has energy. He has speed. He likes to attack. He can carry the ball forward. And when he is allowed to play higher up the pitch, he can be dangerous. But if United want to use Dorgu as a more attacking player, then the need for a natural left back becomes even bigger. Because somebody still has to defend that side. Somebody has to control the space. Somebody has to deal with fast wingers. Somebody has to stop crosses. Somebody has to recover when United lose the ball. And somebody has to do it consistently for 90 minutes. That is where United still looks short. And if Michael Carrick wants to take this team to another level, this is one of the positions he simply cannot ignore. Because the Premier League will punish weakness. Every opponent will watch this Milan game. Every coach will study it. And if they see a weakness on the left side, they will attack it. Again, and again, and again. That is how football works. If you show the opposition where the problem is, they will go straight at it. So now the question is simple. Who should Manchester United sign? One name that has been strongly discussed is Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall is young. He already knows the Premier League. He's comfortable on the ball. He can attack. He can defend. And he has the profile to become a long-term Manchester United player. From a football point of view, he makes a lot of sense. The problem is the price. Newcastle do not want to sell. And when a club does not want to sell, the price becomes very high. That is the reality. Manchester United can like Lewis Hall. But liking a player and being able to sign him are 2 different things. If Newcastle demand too much, United need to be ready to move on quickly. That is important. Because United cannot spend the entire transfer window chasing one player. If the door is closed, go to the next option. And that brings us to David Raum. Raum is a very different profile. He is more experienced. He is ready to play now. He is strong going forward. He can deliver crosses. He understands how to play at a high level. And if Manchester United wants somebody who can come into the team immediately, Raum is an interesting option. This is where United need to decide what they want. Do they want a younger player for the next 6 or 7 years? Or do they want someone who can solve the problem right now? Because after what we saw against Milan, there is a strong argument that United needs somebody ready immediately. There is no time to wait for a player to develop for 2 seasons. The team is back in the Champions League. The expectations are higher. The pressure is higher. And the margin for error is smaller. Another interesting name is Miles Lewis-Skelly. He is young, technically strong, comfortable in central areas. And he can play both at left back and in midfield. That kind of versatility is very useful, especially for a manager who wants tactical flexibility. But again, the price matters. Manchester United still need to strengthen other positions, so the club cannot spend all the remaining money on one fullback. That is why recruitment has to be smart, not just expensive. Another name worth watching is Joaquin Sees. He's younger. He has European experience. He is developing quickly. And he could represent the kind of signing Manchester United need to become better at making. Buy before the player becomes too expensive. Buy before every Premier League club wants him. Develop him inside your system. Because United cannot always wait until a player becomes famous. By then, the price is already huge. And then everyone complains that Manchester United always overpay. This is where the recruitment department needs to be better. Find quality early. Make decisions quickly. And do not wait until the final week of the window. There is also Anthony Robinson, a player with Premier League experience. He knows the league. He has pace. He can contribute going forward. And he would not need a long adaptation period. That is valuable, especially if Manchester United want an immediate solution. But whichever name United choose, the key point does not change. They need to choose. And they need to do it quickly. Because the Milan game has made the problem obvious. United cannot go into the new season with uncertainty at left back. Not if they want to compete with Manchester City. Not if they want to compete with Arsenal. Not if they want to make an impact in the Champions League. And definitely not if they want to improve on last season. This squad has quality. There are positive signs. The midfield is improving. The attack has options. There is more competition. But one weak area can damage everything. Because football is connected. If the left back is under pressure, the left-sided center back gets dragged out. Then the midfield has to cover. Then the winger has to drop deeper. Then the attack loses shape. One weak position can affect 4 or 5 players around it. That is why this is not just about buying another defender. It is about the balance of the entire team. And this is where Michael Carrick and the recruitment team have to be decisive. If Lewis Hall is too expensive, move on. If David Raum is available at a reasonable price, investigate it properly. If Joaquin Seys fits the long-term plan, move before somebody else does. If another target becomes available, be ready. But do not do nothing. That is the biggest mistake United could make. Because once the Premier League starts, there is nowhere to hide. Preseason mistakes are forgiven. League mistakes cost points. Champions League mistakes can cost qualification. And when the pressure starts, everybody will ask the same question. Why did Manchester United not fix the left-back position when they had the chance? That is why this defeat to Milan could actually be useful. Sometimes a bad result in preseason is not a disaster. Sometimes it is a warning. And Manchester United need to listen to it. The message is simple. The left side needs strengthening. The defense needs more security. The squad needs another reliable option. And the transfer team needs to act. Because if United wait too long, prices go up. Options disappear. Other clubs move first. And suddenly you are in the final days of the window trying to solve a problem everybody already knew about weeks earlier. That cannot happen again. Manchester United need to be proactive, not reactive. So for me, the priority is clear. Sign a left back. And sign one before the season really begins. Because after conceding 4 against Milan, the warning is already there. The problem is visible. The solution has to come next. Now I want to know what you think. Who should Manchester United sign at left back? Lewis Hall? David Raum? Miles Lewis-Skelly? Joaquin Seys? Anthony Robinson? Or somebody else? And more importantly, how urgent do you think this position is after the Milan game? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoy Manchester United news, transfer updates, and match analysis, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because if United make a move for a new left back, we will be here to break it all down. Thanks for watching. And I will see you again in the next Manchester United update.